Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's poppin'? Welcome back to another episode of the Power Hour. You feel me? From a very powerful content company. You feel
Wow.
me? Shay Johnson, one half of the culture, one half of Shop Talk Podcast. What's poppin', y'all?
What's
What
pop?
up, what up? I'm
What up, though?
SJ, one half of the Connected Experience, one fifth of the Powerful Content Company. We all never really be on at the same time. So, Marcus, if you're watching, jump on here for a minute, nigga.
He can't, man. He too busy getting packets together for the Mexican immigrant children who illegal. So when they get back to their country, they ass up to study, nigga.
Niggas is crazy already.
That's
Niggas is
cold. That's
shooting.
a cold take, man.
Niggas is shooting already, dog.
But
Yeah,
these are jokes, man. These are jokes, man.
yeah, yeah.
It's your man Dame Gone Wild, one half of Shop Talk Podcast, one fifth of the point guard of the Powerful Content Company.
Yeah,
Slow as you
dog.
move, you ain't no point guard, nigga. You the center lagging up after we done scored 4 times. He done finally got down on our
He the
tip.
fat four. He not even the center. He the fat four.
Hey man, I'm the power forward that stay in the paint. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ain't got no perimeter game. I'm all under the rim.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm all under the rim.
Old school basketball, not a
Yeah,
63.
just feed that nigga, man. He'll throw a hot pick in there every once in a while. Just feed that nigga in the paint, man.
He gonna shoot. He gotta hit one.
Yeah, man. We didn't make a power hour last week, and
And
a
people
couple
was looking
people
for us.
for sure.
We
So
appreciate that too, man.
Yeah, they
I
better
ain't
be
been on
tuned the
in
fuck
about
in tonight.
I ain't been on in about 3 of them shits. I say, man, I'm getting on tonight, baby.
Man, what are you going through, brother?
A lot of different shit, man. You know, shit. I just had
I see
told
your hair. I see you can't keep your eyes open.
my shit
Is it
be
that
watering
dog
though when
food?
the no when I really first cut this light on and shit. That shit be having my eyes watering. I'm moving in
They
double slow
dilated.
motion. Yeah,
Your pupils dilated.
yeah. I don't even use
It's all
drugs
right,
no more.
man.
I don't use
It's all
drugs
right,
no more.
man.
You know what it is.
A little bit of Visine.
Yeah.
You ever put Visine in somebody's drink?
Nah, what type of nigga you think I am? I don't be
hey,
drugging
man,
hoes.
we gonna get down with some that Bill Cosby shit, man.
No, man. It ain't go knock them the fuck up. It ain't gonna knock them the fuck out and make them shit
How
a little
you
bit.
know? How would you? Why would you ever do that to find out?
You seen it
Look,
on the
my
Will
nigga.
Ferrell movie, nigga. He ain't never done that. I be peeping Dame. He be seeing shit that he seen on movies and shit. What Will Ferrell movie is that?
I don't know what Will Ferrell movie is that. I've never
Yeah,
done this shit. I just asked. I ain't that type of nigga. I don't put shit in people's drinks.
But
yeah.
you did say something about some mayonnaise and some diapers that I wanted to address that I wasn't too sure.
Because we was talking about like niggas' wives knowing, you know how when you break up with a bitch, it's always something that come out like, nigga, that's why you like your ass played with. Nigga, all y'all wives or significant others know some deep dark secrets about y'all niggas. And your wife know about your deep dark secret with mayonnaise and baby diapers. That's all. That's what I was trying to say.
Well,
Right,
wouldn't
but I
it be
said,
a
where
dog?
did you get that combination? Only you
What
like
you
it.
mean, mayonnaise and baby diapers? What? I missed this. What's going on?
Oh,
I
you
was
ain't
just
see
saying
that?
so what I was just saying some wild shit. I don't know what the fuck you can do with mayonnaise and baby diapers. I wouldn't dare want to find out either.
That's why I said, hold on, brother. Don't put that on me. That sounds too wild.
That's
Also,
weird.
what if you don't got no deep dark shit to hide though?
Yeah.
You feel me?
You probably look. I'm not saying it's deep and dark, but like when you live with a motherfucker, you pick up on the
Yeah, you get
weird or
the
the
inside
stupid
track
shit.
though. I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Come
Yeah.
here.
yeah, nigga. You might love your wife, but she fart like a 13-year-old boy first thing in the morning every day. Like you just
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
know
See,
motherfuckers.
the inside track is what make you not like motherfuckers.
You ain't lied. You ain't lying. Cause she was. I can
That
tell.
inside track is what make you be like, I'm tight. Like, fuck that. Like,
Man, it's somebody that we all
this bitch
mutually.
breaking toilets.
My nigga, my nigga. I'm not gonna go into it too tough, but there's somebody that we all mutually know. They came over to my house. Nothing jumped off. I'm not gonna put nothing on this woman's coat, but she definitely broke my motherfucking toilet with all that ass.
That's
Man,
crazy.
that's
And
crazy.
then, and then tried to lie about it. Like, it was already like that when I sat on it. Like, no, the fuck it wasn't.
Like I'll sit on this motherfucker every day.
Like, I ain't took a shit earlier today. Earlier today, it got broke because of your ass.
See,
That's hilarious.
crazy because why you gonna try to play me like I'm dumb? Just say, look, dog, I fucked your toilet up. Is it like sorry? Like sorry, like
Man, I had
And
to
that,
replace something this week for some shit that I wasn't 100% sure I broke, but I had to replace it anyway, just because I don't like it, but I had to do it because I don't want a motherfucker thinking I owe them nothing.
yeah.
I feel you.
I
So
heard you
did they
you was
say
painting,
something
too.
happened? Hold on, Twan. Did they say like you did it, or did you feel like I might have did it?
I was helping them with something virtually. And I told them to do some things. We was doing some troubleshoot, and it broke, and it didn't work no more. And I think the random coincidence of it all, I don't think it was me because there's no fucking way that this made it stop working. But just I'm like, all right, I'll just send you another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is what it is, you feel me?
Yeah,
But
we've
listen,
been having some real good, interesting conversations in the group chat about immigration because a lot of
You,
us just
you
in
niggas is
general,
Republicans. You niggas is Republicans.
I don't
so
identify with nothing.
so before
Hold on. What's
wait,
Hulk Hogan theme song? Wrestling nigga.
I'm a real American.
That's what I am. Ain't no Republican, ain't no Democrat, ain't no nothing. I'm a real
And we all
American.
was Hulkamaniacs, nigga. I don't give a fuck how tough you niggas was. We was all Hulkamaniacs, nigga.
Nigga, I was
Straight
eating
up.
my vitamins and saying my prayers and doing my workouts.
Being a real
Okay.
American, nigga.
Hey,
oh,
I want to share something with y'all before we get into the crux of I know what we was meeting about, because y'all know I be on some wild shit. So recently I started recording down here in my basement because I just get a little bit better lighting. And then like when I got the kids, I ain't disturbing them because I was recording like upstairs in the living room. So I was down here. I found like this shoebox I had like a lot of old pictures in. I found some old pictures of my mama, some of my old pics from prom and shit. And in this motherfucker, I also found my old application for the Tough Man competition because I really thought at 18, 19, I was gonna enter the Tough Man and like run the table on that shit. And I thank God that it never happened, that I never entered the Tough Man because I might have ran the table, but who knows? The odds I don't think were in my favor. But I've been on this wild shit for a long time. That's all.
where the application at?
I got it down here. Like it's weathered and worn, but it's here.
Post that shit for Throwback Thursday.
You ain't got the date on it, nigga.
What happened at Throwback Thursday? Why people stop doing that?
Cause niggas was hating like, oh, y'all niggas living in throwback. You know when nigga got something. Oh, I still got it. Y'all niggas gotta post throwback Thursdays. Man, this was last week. I get paid bi-weekly. Damn.
Man, I remember I had posted something earlier this week that said like, man, the internet was like a lot better and it was like fun when everybody wasn't trying to be like a content creator or like this thing. Like people used to just get on here and like have fun, talk shit.
Right, not niggas trying to out internet each other.
Like, God, come on, man. Like you're not about to get this off. Like
A check, man. That's what changed it. Once a motherfucker knew you could get a check from doing this shit, everybody think they interesting. Every bitch either a saint or a sinner. Every nigga done. It's like a checklist. It's the new rap. It's rap in the '90s, and we see how that turned out. Like I think. Hold on, let me break this down. I think the word podcast is hypnotizing people. It's something about that word because everybody call everything a podcast. You feel me? No, bro, you don't have a podcast. You talking to yourself in a microphone. Not even a microphone in your cellular phone. That's not a podcast.
In your cellular device.
nigga said, I even heard somebody say cellular in a long time.
Nigga, I remember when you asked me what Wi-Fi was, and I couldn't think of that shit the same. It was whiffiness piffiness as far as I was concerned.
Wireless fidelity.
So yeah. So we've been getting busy in the group chat though on the immigration thing.
Well, we've been getting busy in the group chat on a different conversations from the inauguration, the whole 9 yards. So I wanted to get the power hour together tonight so we can actually have a conversation and not necessarily a debate or like somebody to prove like why my opinion is better, but like literally just because even amongst friends, like everybody don't always think the same, and sometimes it's good to have the actual conversation out loud, because sometimes somebody might hit a point that you never thought about, or you will hear a different perspective that like, damn, niggas really think like this, not because it's like wrong, but like, oh shit, this is a new way.
Nobody's trying to convince nobody to switch how they feel. Like now, you might hear something that changed the way you feel, but we don't go into the conversations like I'm gonna make Dame feel like this because I feel like this, and I think that's what people are doing, and those aren't conversations.
Yeah.
You know what?
Those more beratings. Like you're berating me into wanting me to think and feel how you feel.
So a big hot button topic, if I can kind of throw this live out there in our group chat, has been immigration
No,
and ICE.
illegal immigration. See, that's the issue that a lot of people are conflating. We are talking about illegal immigrants in the United States of America, which we are legally residents of by birthright because we were born here, and most of us are going into 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th generations of being here. See, we are legal residents, and those people who are being rounded up by ICE, which I actually think a lot of this may be propaganda, are illegal immigrants who didn't do the just due to come here legally, but they are gaining legal resources that we all have paid into over our working life.
Facts. Now, I know I was probably horsing y'all a bit in the group chat, but
No,
I
the
agree.
fuck you wasn't.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. I actually agree with you completely that we need to get these illegals to fuck up out of here because them niggas is dangerous and they don't belong in my Americas. They dangerous. Get them dangerous ass niggas on a motherfucking plane and don't even land a plane and get them niggas to fuck off and let's just turn back around and go to Americas. Cause like these niggas don't belong here. Take your killing, stealing. I seen one nigga they had pulled up on. He hit a casino in Michigan, one of these Indian casinos for 700 racks. That nigga is a scammer. Get him the fuck up out of here.
Hey, but it's a lot of niggas. See, this is what people not paying attention to because one side of the media is playing on heartstrings and the other side of the media is playing on anger. But everybody that they've showed you on the news that they rounded up, which sounds crazy, but which they got are criminals who were criminals where they were from and then came to America to commit criminal acts and then got out of jail on some sanctuary law. See, people don't understand that sanctuary law that protects the babies and all that also somehow protects raping, murdering scammers. So that's how they know who they are. They're going by a list. They have a list of people that they're rounding up. So everybody that you've seen, you haven't seen them just run up on somebody and ask for their slave papers. you feel me? We have yet to see that. But what
that
we
would be crazy
seen,
to run up on a nigga, prove you American.
You feel me? Because that's what it sounds like is happening. That's one side of how to portray this.
But I'm not mad if that happened either, because the thing is, I don't give a fuck if you're a law-abiding citizen. If you over here illegally, you've broken the law.
Wait. It does matter because the police can't come up to you and make you show your ID because we got Fourth Amendment protections, right? So no, you can't make me show my ID and show my papers if you don't suspect me of committing a crime. And then you can't look at me and be like, yo, you look Mexican, so give me your ID, or you look black, because that'll be like a stop and frisk type of thing. So it does matter, right? Now, I don't know what will happen in the future. But as of right now, the ones that we have seen on television happen to be people who have been arrested and committed crimes currently in the United States. Like this one dude, he committed like 18 felonies since he been here. He got arrested like last Tuesday, and because he was in a sanctuary spot or a sanctuary location, they had to let him go. So when that shit happened on Monday, they was like, okay, my nigga, we got you. And we pulled up. And I don't know if y'all saw this video, but a nigga up was like, yo, y'all got me out of here. But my
Vroom vroom tail.
yeah, his vroom vroom tail gave him some fake passports and shit like that. He was like, I'll be back in a week. Like,
and guess what? We got facial recognition. But I also want to state that,
which is dangerous.
right? I also
Very.
want to state that this immigrant issue is not just about Spanish people either. It's a lot of illegal immigrants from different races in America. So they, for whatever reason, they just pushing the Mexican card. But I seen them post a Haitian. I seen them post a Haitian too, though.
And he was like, man, fuck. He's like, shout out to Biden and them. I'm not going back.
Fuck Trump, yeah.
Oh, nigga, you going back. You getting the fuck up out of here. Nigga, this my America.
Did y'all watch the inauguration?
I did.
Yeah, some of it.
Bits and pieces.
I ain't watched none of that shit, man. It was Dr. Martin Luther King Day.
What
And
that
I
mean?
had to work.
That ain't even
What
his
that mean?
actual birthday, bro. His birthday, January 15th.
Look, my
God,
nigga,
that's
it was
your
it was
birthday.
it was a silent protest. It was the day, and I had to work on Monday, so I ain't
So you
watched
had to
none of
work.
that
Just
shit.
say that you was mad. You had to work on a holiday.
Didn't I just say it? Didn't I just say it?
No,
Didn't I just say it?
you
No,
tried
you
to
said it
like.
was a silent protest.
Yes, and I
protesting
said,
work, not
and
the
I had to work,
inauguration.
and I said I had to work.
What was
That's
the
what I'm
protest?
saying. Why wasn't you protesting work? Why would you protest the inauguration?
I didn't want to see that shit. I don't support this nigga as being the president. I mean, it is what it is. He is the president,
What
but I
don't
don't
you
support.
support? Okay, so let's say this. We know you don't send money to the campaign, so no, there's no support there. Now, what don't you?
I just don't like Trump. I just don't like that nigga. I don't think he was the best choice for. How can I word
I'm
this
about to pull
correctly?
some of your raps up, nigga. I'm about to pull the files because if you ever said anything Trump, nigga, you feel what I'm saying?
How can I say this correctly? Is that while I voted for Kamala off more emotion and the fact that she was a black woman than off of
Hey man, you a sheep for real, nigga.
We not
Hold on,
attacking
just
right now, dog. We
No,
not
I ain't
attacking.
attacking him. Hey, I
we
like
listen,
Lamb.
we don't judge. We listen,
I'm
we don't
judging, bro,
judge.
because I didn't vote for Trump or Kamala. But what I'm saying
Me
is,
neither.
it ain't no emotion, nigga. You know what's right and what's wrong, bro. You raise children, nigga. You know what's right and what's wrong. Nobody
I
should.
just didn't want the optics of that nigga being president again. Now,
Yo,
if I
didn't matter, so it didn't matter.
my vote has never mattered. In the grand scheme of things, was my life that much different the 4 years that Trump was president as opposed to the 4 years that Biden was president? No.
Never mind the
Fundamentally,
fact that we all above 42 years old. So fuck the last 4 and 8 years. Like we've been here living for all of us are 42 and up, correct?
Yeah.
yeah.
You the up, nigga. You the up. You the up. So yes, that's correct. You the up.
Oh shit.
See,
Well, go ahead, Dane. What you say what you were saying.
But did I in my heart of hearts, I felt bad about voting for Kamala because I didn't really she just wasn't talking shit I was trying to hear. But did I necessarily want Trump there? Neither. No, I can't say I was voting for the better of two evils because it's evil versus evil. I'll be honest, I didn't. We got a lot of other candidates that run, but like just being for real, like the motherfuckers be a piss in the ocean. They ain't got no chance of for real being president. At
So
least
let me
in
ask you
my
a question. Let me ask you a question, Dane.
go ahead.
Have you ever had a CCW?
Yeah. Once upon a time in my life.
Have you ever went out of state and checked to see what the rules were with carrying your gun in a different state?
Can't say that I have.
All right. So whenever I'm going out of state, I look up to find out what states accept my CCW. Chicago don't. That's the only one around here that they don't. You have to have one from Chicago or whatever.
And that's actually only in the city of Chicago, because the state of Illinois does, but inside the city of Chicago, you can't legally carry a firearm unless you law enforcement or live inside the city limits. See, that's ridiculous.
But wait, let me get why I asked that question. Even so, the reason I asked that is because I need to find out what the rules are for the location that I'm going to, right? Whether I support whoever the fuck the governor or of Chicago, of Illinois, or the mayor of Chicago, blah, blah, blah. So whether I support the person who is in control, I need to find out what the fucking rules are. So this year, whether I voted, which I didn't, for the president, I watched the inauguration because he was explaining on there, what I'm about to sign today. And he went through a whole list of things. I think he signed like almost 150 to 200 executive orders, like on Monday, like day of, and made it an event. Like, y'all come over here and watch me sign all this stuff. So whether you like the nigga or not, shit is changing in real time that impacts us in real time. And niggas is like, I'm speaking in a general term.
Right.
I don't like him, so I ain't watch. Well, nigga, how do you know how to govern yourself accordingly if you don't even know what you're supposed to be governing? So, like, it's just important whether I vote for the nigga or not. You feel me?
Yeah, because he in there now. So now that he's in there, all your emotional and all that go out the window. And people are lying if they say they don't agree with anything that any one of whoever the president is, whether you voted for him or not. It's something that every president do that you agree with, and then it's something that they don't agree with. But people only push the shit that they agree with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fair.
For example,
that's fair.
Everybody in the GPS community ain't with immigrants being here.
Illegal immigrants.
Illegal, right? With illegal immigrants being here. Everybody that's GPS don't feel like they should. That illegal immigrants should be here.
GPS.
Alphabet community.
Oh,
okay. That's a new way to put it. But
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Back on kids because they don't know where they're going, so they GPS.
Not my words, but I understand.
Boy,
see, like I said about the illegal immigration, I think this is propaganda. A lot of it is propaganda. But then I talked to my partner in Texas today, right? And he worked in the prisons, and he said that they asked him if he wanted to go to another city and help with the illegal immigration roundup, because Texas is taking this serious. See, Texas is one serious state when it comes to a lot of stuff.
Well, they a border town.
That's what I was about to say. So that's what I was about to say. So theirs might be a little different, but like we've been seeing emails going around to teachers and stuff like that. I don't know if this stuff that we see online is necessarily true. But I also know that, like I told one of my mentees, this is not our fight. It's just not our fight, man. You know what I mean? And we have to stop being the shield and a protection per se for other people, because none of those people do that for us. I'm American, bro. I'm American, United States of America, right? I'm black. I'm American. You know what I mean? I'm not even necessarily a descendant of a slave. Some of my descendants and stuff trace back before slavery, per se, right? But they wasn't in America yet, because America is only 276 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, but we Americans, and I'm for what's the best for the country, right? And what's best for the country is not me taking up arms or anything or speaking up against something that's what's best for the country. Right. See, we don't live in Chicago, so we didn't see the real influx and where people getting where they turning high schools into houses and kids got a homeschool. We don't live in New York. We ain't see the influx where people can't even go downtown because migrants and stuff running crazy. Right. See, we ain't see that firsthand.
Or like the one who set the lady on fire on the subway.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
That's
now
right.
What the I don't care where the nigga was from who set the lady on fire. The issue is when you live in this sanctuary location, you can commit crimes. We catch you, and then we don't do nothing with you. Like you don't get like superpowers because you documented. Like you don't get the you shouldn't have like, oh, I can do whatever crime I want as long as I'm in Boston or as long as I'm in New York or whatever.
And see, they know these things. They're not ignorant to these things. Like this is the issue. Like I said in the group text, the last time that America had free borders, some pilgrims came over, learned the ways of the land, and then slaughtered everybody and closed the borders, and we call that Thanksgiving. So don't think that can't happen. Don't think that everybody here is thinking the American dream. We watching a bunch of Scarfaces come over too, nigga. We watching a bunch of soldiers from other countries that we openly have beef with come over. We're watching. It's not just it's the borders. It's a lot of people just coming over that shouldn't be here. Yo, I just seen I put a video in the group that they raised a Mexican flag at the ICE building. That's an act of war. Because when we go and we take over spots, we raise the flag. You better open up your eyes to what's going on. Because you can't be for illegal immigrants and against guns. That don't make sense to me. Because they taking shit over. So you for illegal immigrants, you hate guns and you hate the police. You lost already.
I think some of this issue is just with the terminology and how everybody get grouped up in like this blanket statement. Like, yo, I don't want no fucking immigrants. It's like, well, nigga, America is full of people who come from different places, but that's not the actual issue. What I don't want, what I dislike what's been happening recently is like this has automatically just been focused on people coming from Mexico, right? And the issue that we actually are going to end up facing is because the border's been wide open for 4 years. There have been a bunch of military-age men from different parts of the world who, so for an example, I've been sending Dame a lot of this stuff, but like I watch all these programs from our former special ops and like former CIA people, former Delta team people, whatever. Like the nigga who went to who blew up at Trump Towers and shit. Like the video he was trying to get on like Sean Ryan's show, right? Because that's a very popular show. And they've been having people on and they are saying there's going to be a mass casualty event here in the United States. That ain't got shit to do with Mexico, right? But like 9/11, there was about 3,000 people. They talking about like mass events where like 50,000 people are going to stuff is happening. It don't have anything to do with Mexico, but right now this immigration thing has been like Mexican, and that's not the focus. And it may not even be the focus from the government, but we can't really tell you the reason that we being so fucking strict on the quote unquote immigration thing is because we think something is about to happen within the next 12 to 18 months. And everybody just focusing on, oh, Mexico. It's deeper than that.
Right, because we actually had our open border for like border. We border a real country. We in the Metro Detroit area. We border a real country. So it's people coming over the borders that's ready. Like Americans really need to be American because it's like we live by the borders, then we live by Dearborn. You feel me? That's
But
crazy.
yeah. So, but the thing is, what's up? What's up, though, Curve?
What's
Uh,
good?
you heard
What
my
up?
shout
What
out
up?
earlier. You got you mobilized. You heard
No,
my shout out
I ain't.
info.
I just hopped on.
So the thing is, too, right? Black Americans would like to disassociate from America when it comes to being American. A lot of times, it's a lot of talking points for that. Like, of course, this ain't the everybody, but since they don't want to identify with America, then that's an issue too because they like this country ain't never loved us. Hey, man, look within for love. That's where your love come from because everybody you grew up with, everybody who raised you, those people were in this country and they loved you. We've been playing behind the 8 ball. That's never gonna change. We know that, right? So we don't need nobody else love, bro. The white man ice not colder for you to be able to say that you are American, especially if you run off the narrative that we built this land. So if we built this land, we gotta get the okay from them to say that we American. No, man, we American. We as American as apple pie and baseball when you got your own traditions. We don't need them to tell us Juneteenth a holiday if we've been living in Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and supporting it and doing stuff all of these years. We don't need Target to sell shirts. We don't need Walmart to sell shirts. That's our American tradition, man. You understand what I'm saying? And people need to understand. Go somewhere else. If you not an American, there's nowhere you can go. This is your homeland. Treat it as such. Live off the land. Love your land. Love the people who love you on your land. That's what it is, man. They can't give you dang. They can't kill your hero and give you a holiday for you to protest going to work and watching the inauguration. You either a part of the country, that was a joke when I said your name, but you either a part
No,
of the
no.
country or you not. You feel what I'm saying? Because Snoop ain't a sellout because he performed in something for Trump. If Megan Thee Stallion ain't a sellout because she performed for something that with Kamala. Because if it was reversed, if it was a black man running with a white wife, he a sellout. It's an Indian woman cosplaying black running with a white Jewish husband. You the furthest thing from a black American. You understand me? So Snoop a sellout. You mean Snoop, who we love, the biggest rap star who put America in the
I
forefront
don't
all the
know
time?
Snoop, by the way.
Not
I
me
don't know.
personally. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Not
but
me personally. I don't know
Snoop brought
Snoop.
that on himself though,
How?
because he had that clip out that said you a coon Uncle Tom ass nigga if you perform at the inauguration. Without that,
He performed at a crypto ball
but I'm
that
just
was in
saying,
Washington. But wait a minute though. Are you
without
the
that,
same person
it's a
you are
different
4 years
thing.
ago? Are you the same person you are 8 years ago? I might have had a change of heart, bro.
But I'm
This
saying
person,
For sure,
that's
but
what it.
it's one of those dish you moments.
Yeah,
So it's
that
the
like,
internet we was talking about. You feel what
yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
funny. Like
But
dish
that
you.
listen, that's niggas for even taking that propaganda, thinking that this nigga Snoop was other than something for sale. Nigga, he an entertainer. He go where the check at. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen, man. All while I was growing up, if I'm being honest, I've probably been anti-government. We all grew up this way. Like it was like, yo, I want to talk to the mayor, the governor, the motherfucking president. Everything has been anti. Obama came around and then niggas love the political process and the president. I just never understood how everybody was just like, it's so gun ho and we love. I've always thought this shit was bad. I never thought the person in there was like ever a good person.
Welcome back, everybody. The Emerald.
Who shit is that?
that's mine. Bro.
It's Curve.
Marcus
I'm like,
even
they
watching
acting.
Mexican TV, nigga. Hey, this nigga watching Telemundo. I feel you, right? Because you can't be the leader of a country, nigga, and be for everybody. Y'all are baby killing fuckers. You feel what I'm
But
saying?
so one of y'all just said, "Are you the same person you was 4 years ago?" Because I don't necessarily feel that way now. I
No,
don't
no,
trust the government. I don't
as a
trust the
grown
government,
man,
but my thought process has changed over time for sure.
but as a grown man, I understand that I was brainwashed to hate the government because everybody else was passing down how they felt about it, which didn't even give me a chance to understand what it was. Because when I turned 18, I was automatically a Democrat because everybody's around me a Democrat. Republicans are evil. I was brainwashed, and it's people on the other side that was brainwashed to be Republicans, like too. So the the consequences of being where I'm from, geographically located in a state that's already chosen who they support. That's the propaganda I'm getting. The more and more I get older, though, I'm seeing shit for what it is. Because now, I used to love Alex P. Keaton on what was that?
Family Matters. I mean, Family Ties.
Family Ties. Yeah.
Family Matters.
Family
He was
Ties.
talking shit that
Family
right now
Matters was
he's saying
Urkel,
we should
nigga.
teach in schools. He was talking about taxes. I didn't understand that, but that what attracted me. I mean, like drew me to him because he was so not a nigga from the hood. Wasn't nothing nigga about him. There wasn't even no niggas on the show. You feel me?
You know, what was interesting, the same thing like that. We watched The Fresh Prince. We all hated Carl. Well, not hate Carlton, but Carlton was this character who was lame. He was a member of the Black Republicans, and we didn't like how he was dressed. And when you, as an adult, when you go back and listen to what he was saying and how he was dressing, we thought Will was fresh. This nigga had all the Tommy Hilfiger and polo and shit like that. We was like, you know, technically Carlton was kind of flyer than Will. Not flyer than Will, but
no.
Brandon,
Right. No, he was flyer than Will because he was ahead of the curve because this is how niggas dress today. Niggas dress like Carlton Banks. Young Dro poloed the fuck out. Carlton Banks the fuck up, and he the freshest nigga in the game. He came in like that. So yes, he was fresher than Will.
But like, it's been a running joke to be a young
Like
nigga
Carlton
Black.
Banks.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he was the realest nigga on the show.
Because he was himself, except for when he was Sea Dog and went to Compton.
But look, even when
he
he went
showed
there,
you how easy it is to front on niggas and have everybody following him too, ain't it?
Yeah.
That nigga had a gang in a matter of hours. That nigga was in charge of a gang in less than a day.
bugging.
That shit crazy.
But Carlton was a realist. He upped the blicky for Will. That nigga's gonna kill for his cousin.
Yo, that he couldn't get into the fraternity because he ain't think like it. He thought for himself. He was like, well, I ain't black enough. It's almost like I saw someone say it was like, listen, I was watching this video. You know how like on Instagram, if you watch a video, somebody send you a video, if you flip up and then you flip back down, that video is gone.
Yeah.
Like you can't get back to it. And it was a black dude. He was like in some samurai shit. He had like black fingernails. He would look like what people would make fun of. He was like, you can't take my black card because one, I've never denounced my blackness or gave you anything that says I'm not this. Then he said two, he said we in this cycle because if you gatekeep what is black, now you have to live inside of what a stereotype of yourself is to even be called black. So you prove stereotypes wrong when black people only think like this. And if you wear your clothes like this, you're not black. If you don't talk like this, you're not black. If you don't come from this neighborhood, you're not black. So now you force yourself to be a stereotype. And then you get offended when somebody be like, oh, this nigga, you must be from the hood because you black. Like you force yourself to be in a stereotype when you gatekeep everything that is.
Yeah, but see that's all marketing though, bro. Like
I know.
Yeah, like again, like that's all marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like these marketing execs put the play down. Hell of a, we selling you trauma. Every nigga grew up in a single mother home. Like they got their points and people playing to their points. And then if you go against that, you will sell out. Like, what am I selling out? Like, I'm going to be black regardless. The farther and farther I move away from you and go up the ladder, the blacker and blacker I actually become because now I might be the only black in some of these situations. Like you see,
I'm seeing.
Niggas never been to a school and they go to the school and it's only 25 black people in 7th and 8th grade. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's reality. That's what we did. We went to Hoover Middle School. It's like 25 black people. They kicked us out of that bitch. They got us the fuck up out the district. Like I know people who went to high school.
Let me ask you though, because you and your brother was wild niggas when y'all was young. Did y'all deserve to get kicked out?
No, well, what I got kicked out for? No, you know
No,
what I
but not what
mean.
we
And
got kicked out for. They kicked me out because we
But
was twins.
did you get kicked out on some technicality shit? Because y'all niggas wild niggas. We gonna use this to get you niggas the fuck out of here.
nah,
Yeah.
man, you know what it was.
He said, yeah. You said no.
No, but you know what I'm
I was
saying.
a
You know what?
technicality. I had to go because they
He
kicked
had
him
to
out.
go because they kicked me out, which is already how if he ain't do shit, what you kicking him out for? You feel what I'm saying?
Hey man, they don't know which one of you niggas gonna show up to school.
Y'all look the same.
But I seen it. See, that's real racism because I seen the extent that grown professional men would go to ruin a black child's life. You know what I mean? They hit a nigga with like some charges that the extortion and shit like this because a white bitch was giving me money. You feel what I mean? And buying me things. You feel what I'm
Was
saying?
you extorting
And
them
her,
young lady?
no, and her parents mad. We got this shit on tape that she at what you need, what you want. I do whatever for you. You feel me? And but you know what? But I
Nigga, was
have
you
been so.
pimping her?
Excuse me. Yes. But this is what I'm saying. I had been sold the pimping whole thing through the movies and the media. So I'm thinking it's cool when actually this isn't cool. I'm not extorting her, but I am in the wrong because
You know what you
I
sound
shouldn't
like?
accept anything from her.
A pimp. A
You know, no,
pimp.
you know what you sound like?
What?
Remember last week we were talking about this young lady who said we was brainwashed while we was doing all that shit.
No,
What she
I
was-
said I said I was marketed to. She you feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I was a victim. I wasn't a victim in this. I was marked because I shouldn't have been watching this shit. No way. I shouldn't have been watching and listening to this shit. No way. That's why it's a parental advisory sticker. So I'm not a victim. I just jumped off in the game and learned the consequences fast to know that okay, you can't move like that because even if it worked here, the grown men will try to get you off. And I wish I knew that detective name. I hope he rotting in hell right now.
Whoa. Let me ask you a question though. As the adult version of you, if to how you explain it. So if you at school pimping some little white girl at school,
It ain't pimping is playing because she wasn't selling her body for me because that's what's pimping. You see what I'm saying? So the words
sound like a very player thing to say. It ain't pimping, it's playing. But what I'm saying is, we know what time it is. So, like, as an adult, are you surprised if they saw that behavior in school? Be like, we got to get this shit out of our school because and use whatever means necessary to get that behavior out of the school. If you was in that bitch pimping or playing,
listen, I suffer the consequences, but I would know that if this was at another school with people who gave a fuck about the students, that wouldn't have been a kick outable offense because, like I just said, we had tapes after the fact. So I already been charged. I already done been down to East Force and everything, and you still contacting me. So my mind worked like this. Oh, because I'm already kicked out of school, but now the case is what I'm thinking about. So I can beat the case. If she called me again, I'm gonna just take the phone conversation. So the first thing you do when you jump on the phone with me is you apologize for what happened because that's not what you told your parents, and your dad or your mom or whatever is cool with the police, and y'all just mad. Listen, you can't get mad that you so racist that your white daughter is gonna be attracted to a handsome young black male. That's the consequence of being racist, bro. Because if it wasn't me, it would be anybody.
I mean, I don't know, AJ.
I'll say this
believe.
though. I'll say extortion is crazy. Like to have them type of charges on it because they still are kids, and you still gotta look at it as a kid. You know, some like angle of it of where the care and stuff matters or whatever. Like it's a meeting, it's a council. Did he get a couple days out? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to kind of hear and understand like what's going on, but you kind of keep a closer eye on them two kids. Like to charge a child with like some real charges is devious and criminal in itself or something. Just because
that's what I'm saying.
If you 13, 14 years old,
a school can't charge you with a school can't charge you with crimes.
Not a school, but them like referring
it to. You gotta take to even make it a crime.
See, because I remember the day like it was yesterday, so the school was involved.
A crime, though.
Yeah, but playing ain't.
I don't know, and I'm gonna give AJ a lot of bail on this though, because
I don't know. Listen to this nigga AJ talk. I feel like I could go, get me a bitch from the Greyhound right now
No,
and tell her this ain't pimping, this ain't
but
playing,
it's
it's pimping, baby.
but it's like with kids like to give gifts, right? And so like that girl feeling
No,
like your
no, like to
no,
give gifts. Kids
I'm
is
telling.
selfish as fuck.
Hold on,
No,
this
Kids
but
nigga
don't
it,
like to
Marcus,
give gifts.
this nigga Marcus, a teacher. I'm sure he see more
so
than what we.
it's I had a situation this school year. A kid had got money from a birthday, and they just gave it to another kid. It was like a $50 bill. So
Was it a male to a female?
I got a message on Class Dojo like such and such gave such and such this $50 bill. I talked to her mom. Can you get it back and pass it off or whatever? So kids will give gifts just off of some kid stuff. Girls will give gifts to a guy that they like the same way a guy will give gifts to a girl that he like. It's just about understanding. Like
And
kids
man, I
don't
don't get
understand the
women gifts.
value of stuff.
I don't
But
get
see,
women
but
gifts.
I know you don't like women, Dame. I know.
in this situation though, the most important thing about who me and my brother were to the situation is they looked at us as the other 23's black people protection because we didn't take no shit because we know about Malcolm X. My great uncle was a Panther. I'm against the man.
Yeah, but so
and y'all
listen,
niggas is 12. Y'all niggas is
but,
12.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They
but
knew what
So
the
also
fuck they
y'all
was
could have.
doing.
But I don't know. Right, I 100% don't know. But you also could have been projecting that the man was out to get you when you 12 years old, and you just thinking as a child because we watch these powerful things on television. It's like, nah, I'm gonna stand up to oppression and
But the
everything that.
man getting hit with extortion, the man is out to get you because you know that's not extortion. Because she gave me something. I didn't say give me something or this will happen to you. That's extortion. That wasn't the case. See, that's extortion. If you don't do this, right? So your store open, and if every Friday you don't give me $500, we're gonna be back here. It's gonna be some kneecaps bust, some windows broken. That's extortion. That's mob shit,
I
right?
don't necessarily know that you have to spell it out specifically or for it to not be extortion. I'm not trying to prosecute you, but like I don't know
No, I'm
that
saying
you have
that's
to say
extortion. That's the
this
crime of
or
extortion.
it's extortion. If not, that I don't know
You
if that's
giving me something without me asking and me accepting it, that's not extortion. It was a pager, by the way, and I already had a pager. So,
why she was giving you a pager.
because she thought niggas look cool with pagers, I guess. I mean, you feel me?
You
I
know
got two
why?
of these bitches.
Two pagers at
no,
12?
because her
Nigga, you
girl
was a
had bought
pimp.
me one. You feel me?
Y'all that gave us the game when y'all was younger, so you can't
No,
play
no,
the
no, no.
this
This
shit
what
was
I'm saying
totally
though. Her
innocent. Like
girl,
But
her
that's what
girl
I'm
had
saying.
bought me one.
I'm not the victim in this. When I like how old girl said she was a victim for fucking with drug dealers. You're not a victim, you're a willing participant. And then when you grow up and you look back and you say, damn, that could have ruined my life or that ruined my life. Now you're a victim. No, I was a willing participant, but being a willing participant, I also understood how they will play the game. And when I say them, how white people will play the game to the extent of trying to flex authority. So this
I
ain't
think this. If I'm in an all black school and somebody is pimping or playing with my daughter, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I need this nigga dealt with. I need this nigga out to school. I don't need him here. Like as a parent, y'all
But
know.
what role do your daughter play in this? What do
But
you sit your daughter down
extortion
and
is
say?
crazy. I'm with everything except the extortion part.
That's what I'm saying. I could whatever see, but that's what I'm saying. They had to go to the law. So we got kicked out of school because you can't. We got kicked out of school really because they wanted us kicked out of school. Nigga was in 8th grade. I was on. You know what? In real life though, that was the best thing that happened to us because I would have went to Taylor Center High School, and graduated from Truman, and I wouldn't have got the experience that I got at Blanchette Middle School in 8th grade for that half a year, which was my second favorite year. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't have got the experience at Romulus High School, right? And I'm happy that happened, right? However it had to happen, it happened because that's what I'm saying. I accept God's plan for me. You feel what I'm saying? My plan was to go to Taylor my whole career and play basketball and try to get to a D2 college and get a free education. That wasn't God's plan for me. And he showed me in 8th grade that has to happen for you to go live the plan and become the person I want you to be, because I'm a different nigga if I don't go to Blanchette in 8th grade. I'm a different nigga if I don't graduate from Romulus High School. You feel what I'm saying? And the number one thing in my life I used to always say is I don't even know how I feel about going to school in Taylor because I can't end up with a fat white bitch who I had kids by out of some horniness in high school. You understand what I'm saying? So the Lord answered my prayers, bro. He answered my prayers. All praise to God. But see, that sound crazy. No, that sound crazy, but you know what I'm saying? That was always in the back of my mind, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to get kicked out.
What's so hilarious about this is I got a homeboy from Taylor, and his first baby mama is a fat white trailer park piece of pussy, and he got 3 kids with her.
So what if she a fat black ghetto bitch? What's the difference?
That either. I started making better decisions after that, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? My undeveloped brain started making better decisions after that because I seen I'm saying me personally, once I seen the extent that they would go to ruin. Okay, listen, this is what I'm saying. So my mama used to tell us, if you go to jail, I'm not coming to get you, right? But she don't really mean that because she don't want her babies in jail. Because again, that would be a reflection on her. No matter what you do when you go to jail, that's a reflection on your parents, right? My mom had.
I don't know. I went to jail a bunch of times. And
what I'm saying, like, if you young going to jail and shit, that is a reflection on your parents. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to me, it is. You know what I'm saying? So look, my mom had trouble in her ear. I seen my mom when they was taking me to the they was supposed to walk me out the back to take me to downtown. They told my mom I was already gone. She was using the payphone, and because she had trouble in her ear, she turned around on the phone. I thought she was mad and didn't want to see me. So I ain't say shit. I gotta go down to East Forest. She calling down there to see how much it costs to get me out. I'm not even there yet, but these crackers done already told her that they took me down here. You understand what I'm saying? Because she really not gonna leave her baby in jail. I'm her youngest, nigga. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the extent you will go to. You will lie. I'm in the back. You will lie to my mom and say that I'm already gone, and then walk me past my mom, and she don't even see me when she turned around. I told her, like, "Ma, I seen you at the phone turning around." You feel what I'm saying? Why? Because it's Friday. By the time I get down there, and by the time my mama get down there, it's gonna be after a certain time. I gotta stay till they thinking I gotta stay till the weekend. But you can get a kid out of East Forest back then on Saturday.
So let me ask you this: you think it's because they white or because they ain't want to do their job?
I think it's because they white and evil.
How about we just saw a video of a black person in St. Louis look at a man who got shot himself in the head and was like, "Yo, I'm off in 30 minutes. Let's drive around and come back." And he was black. He was black and a white man. But like some niggas just poor.
And he black and evil. That's what I'm saying. He black and evil. It's Taylor, so they happen to be white and they happen to be evil. And that those two people, one of those, he's black and evil. Because if this your job, first of all, dog, if you see somebody shot in the public and they alive, as police or not, you should administer, even if you just call 911.
Establish the fact that like people can be evil, but it's not because they white.
No, I'm talking about this specific dude. He was white and evil. You understand what I'm saying? He was white and evil. He was getting his rocks off, thinking he was gonna ruin my life, but you didn't, bro. And you probably died of prostate cancer and pain, nigga.
I see that, but I'm saying he could be white and evil, but he was not evil because
he's white. No, man. No. He probably was.
Some of the most evilest niggas I've met was Negroes.
You know,
evil ain't got no color. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These niggas just eat. Some people just be evil.
Hey man,
some of those evil illegal immigrants are getting past our border.
I got a question for y'all.
Hey man, every time we do the power hour, we learn something about somebody. I didn't know you niggas was pimping at 12. It tells me everything I need to know about these twins. I see why Inkster is a much safer place with you niggas gone.
Hey, listen, man.
They had the whole house going by themselves. You feel me?
Listen, man.
It was other niggas though. It wasn't just us. It was older niggas
real
too.
Life. Like we used to watch Dolomite with my dad, bro. So
I'm glad y'all got that.
I go to school and I'm reciting Dolomite lines when he fucking the white bitch, House on the Hill in Pasadena.
That's why they wanted y'all niggas out of that fucking school, man. It ain't had shit to do with y'all being black. Y'all was bad. That's why they wanted y'all out for sure.
But
right?
okay, look, Yeah, a nigga was a little rough around the edges, but a
I'm just
nigga was smart too. So you got to
for
take the
sure.
bitter with the sweet, though. You feel me? If y'all
No, they
niggas want to
No,
keep
don't.
though.
getting,
No, they
listen, if
don't.
What
y'all want to
No, they
have
don't.
these high test scores, y'all got to take the bitter with
No, they
because
don't.
it
what
was white boys just as bad. The white boy Jason Beasley, this nigga in the 7th grade twice.
Nigga, you dropping his first and last name.
what was it
Jason
any
Beasley
black
was a
teachers
bad
out
white
there?
boy, huh?
Was it any black teachers out there?
Fuck
Not
no,
one.
that's what I'm saying. So they don't even. That's what I'm saying. That's what I say when the evil come in, because they don't see you how somebody who care or will understand would see you. You feel what I
All right.
mean? And that's evil.
Let me be
Nigga,
let me be an
nigga,
advocate for
I
God.
love and I care about both of y'all. Y'all niggas was bad. Both of y'all.
Let me be
I,
God's
AJ, get them
advocate.
the fuck up out of here.
Let
I
me be
would have
God's
fought for
advocate.
him.
Let me be God's advocate. If you're a white kid in an all black school, does it mean that the black teachers don't care for the white kid, the white
So,
student?
If they display that,
it's
if they
different.
display that,
It's
but it's
different.
not though, because it is. It's some stone cold. I don't fuck them. You feel me? Just like it's some stone cold white people who feel like fuck them. It depends on the person. See, the only person in that school that I felt like was like, no, these all kids was the home ec teacher and the German teacher. You feel me? Because I used to speak German and I used to speak German semi-fluently because this lady took the time when she seen that I was into it. But German just sound too harsh, so I stepped away from it. But the German language, I was damn near semi-fluent in German. You understand what I'm saying? But that's because the teacher took the time. She seen that I gave a fuck, because ain't nobody give a fuck about no German, and I was interested. Like, damn, another language it ain't French, it ain't. But fuck it. She took the time. And then the home ec teacher, because a nigga used to console his ass off and shit, right? You feel what I'm saying? So when she seen that I gave a fuck about what she did, she gave a fuck about what I did, because she advocated for me. The home ec teacher advocated for me. She was like, I don't know, we need to look into this a little more. But it was the Mr. Lewis old bitch ass, that was the principal. You feel what I'm saying? Once Mr. Lewis made his mind up, his mind made up. And Mr. Vasco, old hoe ass.
Ain't nothing more powerful than a made up mind. But we also got to realize that between 8 and 12 years old, we don't know what the fuck be going on with people in their interpersonal lives, and our instinct don't always have to be right when you a small child.
Yeah, but with to speak on the, I have my white kid in my class. I care because I care. The politics that's missing is that downriver community and what happens down there. So it is the prejudices and the races that's down there, but that's where the your schools should reflect what you serve. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it's 20 kids and that make up 10%, it should at least be a couple black teachers in there. Like, are
Or
you gonna
age or
save
something.
everybody? No, but it's a thing that it's a book that they require to every teacher that's like culturally relevant teaching, right? It's some stuff that I just have naturally because I'm the culture that you trying to relate to. So it's no book that's gonna teach you how to connect to my kids in my classroom because I was the same kids. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Right.
be
And what they
you
really thought they was doing, though, they really thought that they was stopping our sports career.
Man, I don't think them motherfuckers care about y'all sports career, dog. I'll be
No,
honest with
bro.
you, man. Them adults did not give a fuck about y'all sports career when y'all was 8 years
12.
old, 10 years old. Like, they
No,
didn't
it's
care.
junior high, man. It's middle school.
They
So,
didn't give a fuck, man. I promise you they didn't care about your sports career.
bro, no, bro.
They
Like,
just had
we
to get
were
Pimp and
projected
Antoine up
to
out of there.
go. Like, we smart niggas who play sports, but we was bad. They hated that, bro.
Nigga, there's one of y'all at every school in America. At least it's one of y'all in every grade.
And
Rutgers got a smart bad nigga in his class
it's
today.
a adult who can't stand that shit too. You feel me? Because a lot of these adults be some lame ass fucking losers, and they see cool kids or what they perceive to be cool, and they just can't stand it. Hey man, when you can have the what this is, if you a young age and can control the classroom more than the teacher, that's a problem. If you a teacher, bro, you gotta
It
get that
is.
shit the fuck out of here. I'm not saying that that's right either. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that that's cool. I'm not saying that that's nothing. And like I said, I actually, as an adult, appreciate that happening to me. It was a misfortune back then because, like I said, like I thought in my mind that my shit was gonna go this way. Unfortunately, at the time, it didn't. But fortunately, at the time, it didn't. I got to accept that. I love the fact that happened because I didn't think about going to Blanchette. I didn't think about going to Romulus. My auntie lived in Romulus my whole life. It was not a thought in our mind to go to Romulus High School because we just knew we was going to Taylor Center and to Truman because they was closing Taylor Center down. That was the best thing that happened to me, bro.
So I
Hey
got a
man,
question.
thank God it happened that way. God's plan, not mine.
Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all, man. Another thing that's been going on this week has been, President got rid of DEI mandates because Joe Biden in 2021 signed an executive order for some DEI stuff. So a lot of companies jumped in and DEI. That has gone away, and now Black people are saying they're going to boycott Target because of DEI. And because they're going away from their DEI initiative. So I had posted, I just wanted to know that if currently people are upset that Target is going away from DEI initiatives that they started 4 years ago because of an executive order, why did you ever support Target before if they weren't open to having Black vendors? What happened in the last 4 years that now that they're going back to how they've always done business, apparently, I don't understand what's the let's boycott right now. If your idea is y'all don't want to deal with Black vendors, one, I don't think that's the case, by the way. But if the idea is y'all don't want to deal with Black vendors, it was like that when y'all fell in love with Target. So why is it so different now? And what do y'all think about that?
Fake
I,
outrage.
yeah, I don't think people
Supporting,
know.
you wasn't supporting what was in there in the first place because the dollar is always going to talk. So if all these Black vendors or all these vendors that benefited from this that were Black, that were GPS, that were Latino, that were all of these things that Black people fail to realize gets more pull than them, that were women, that were white women. See, it's a list of people. Black people ain't even at the top of this list. But the products that's in here that's supposedly by these Black people, which could just still be a Black face that's being paid by the Arab, all of these products weren't being supported that big time in the first place. How do you know? Because it's so easy to get these products out now. There wasn't a demand for these products. People were not coming to Target, as people call it, for these products. They were going because they are anti-Walmart more than anything. So now that these products won't be there, this will actually clear up shelf space, which will actually make Target even cheaper with the quality that you already love because they have their own products that are the products that you support when you go there. The Target brand. It's business. And we live.
I actually think you're wrong. What I mean by I think you're wrong, people, the fake outrage, you're right? But what you're saying about the products, I don't believe that to be the case. The people are saying, actually, if you go to Target, buy these brands because they Black, but since they got rid of their DEI, don't support Target. That's what's happening. But the thing with DEI is, right, people are online actually acting like these Black people who was in certain positions literally don't deserve to be there. You cannot have it both ways. You either worthy because of your talents or you not. The white man is not your beholder. If you are identifying as a DEI hire, you already know you the token. So when they get rid of the token program, you know you going, bro. So you either good at what you do because you put the work in and your ability, so they hired you, or you know that I'm not as good as what I do, and they only hired me because I'm in the alphabet community or because I'm a Chinese woman, because this ain't all Black. Like all of this DEI stuff, it's not all Black. Because I see a woman in a high position, the first thing I look at her, I don't think that she's a DEI hire. She earned that some type of way. She either Taylor, what's her name? Taylor, what's her name? From Fox Sports.
Joy Taylor.
She either got it the Joy Taylor way or she got it the way through the ranks because she went to school and got her education and battled up the corporate ladder. I don't just look and say, oh, that's a black man. He must be a DEI hire. I look
Come
at
up
that
to
and
the
say,
mic.
I look at that and say, oh, that black man killing y'all. Y'all mad, so y'all go call him a DEI hire behind his back, but you know you can't do what he can do. Your ability got you here, bro. Your skin color ain't in your ability. That you don't have one thing to do with that. You literally don't have a thing to do with that. So that's the thing. Quit crying. You not a DEI hire unless when they hired you, they was like, hey, you know what? You're a DEI hire. Once they tell you that, you gotta accept everything that come with that, blood. You feel
Kurt,
what I'm
what you
saying?
think?
I think so. I think people just don't understand it. I think what's happening right now is that it's a bunch of headlines and stuff coming out, and people not vetting everything, and you don't really understand what it is. Like, as long as I've known like Target and from like going to school, Target always was hiring black people. Like as far as they management programs and building people up, I know that as far back from 2005. So that was before anything was even a thing. You know what I'm saying? Before that became a thing. Like, so with the shelf space and all that stuff, we don't know, and we don't even understand what the process is to kind of get on them shelves and what you got to do to support it. So
Man,
it's just like when people are making these things, like I'm gonna stop doing that. People are only reading the headlines of like what's going on. Like my sister-in-law works at Target right now in the management part. So they had a call about it, and like what they said was that we're pulling back from what that was, but we don't even understand what that meant in 2021. Like we know it came and stemmed from the George Floyd stuff, but you
yep.
don't know what it took to make it have to stick and be in that place. And so, like everybody was saying with budgeting and business, you don't know like was this a funded thing and the funding is stopped now? And we go back, but Target said on their call with the managers and everything was that we're pulling back from the DEI thing because we already done this stuff. Like
Like,
we don't need
yeah,
it to
yeah.
implement what we got going on as much as this was a part of what Target was already. So we're taking that part. But like I said, like we don't know, was it like an extra funding thing like that? And I know that stuff from just like nonprofit work and working in schools that during that COVID time, during that DEI time, it was an extra budget line item on there that was happening. And so certain things get cut because we don't got that funding no more. Like when it was out there, the money was felt like it was endless. Like we had all types of money to do these things, get endless amount of headphones. Oh, a computer broke. Bet let's get it out because they was hitting it off of whatever that account was. That account is closed now. So you know what I'm saying? Like you can't wait. While this DEI, while we operate and do everything, it ain't nobody over there no more. So who we gonna build that part to? Like it got to come back to the regular budget to kind of make space for it.
And then you got to think about this too, right? You will see people who mayors of cities that's an elected official, right? You will see racists say that's a DEI hire. That person wasn't even hired. That person was voted in. So that's your excuse for why you can't get up and do what that person do. It's no such thing as somebody who voted in being a DEI anything, bro.
No,
You
I
feel what
don't
I'm
know.
saying?
I don't know. So
How if we voted?
So for an example, before Biden got into office, he said, "I'm picking an all-black woman cabinet, and I'm going to before I even got the position, I'm going to promote a black woman to the Supreme Court." He said that shit.
But
Wait,
what I saying voted in. He was voted in. I'm okay. Let's take the mayor of Baltimore.
Okay.
They say he's a DEI hire. He was not hired. He was voted in by the people of Baltimore. Now, what he do after that is different. So what Biden do after he voted in, that's different. But I'm saying, how can you call somebody who was voted in? And I'm no advocate for none of these niggas.
The only reason I say the reason that you can call somebody who voted in DEI is because we know that we got how many different political parties, but we only getting one or two. We gonna get whoever the Democratic Party chooses their national leader, which was Kamala. We gonna get who the Republican niggas found was Donald Trump, right? Like, regardless if there was a better candidate, nigga, these the ones we getting, and these gonna be your options. So pick for one of these fucking options, because the politics behind the scenes is a wild game. Like, yo, we need to, we gotta go. Now, that's not to say that the black woman who is on the Supreme Court doesn't deserve to be there, but it don't help.
Tanya Jackson, is that her name? Jackson?
But it don't help. It don't help that before the guy who appointed you there, he said I was picking one anyway. I'm not. I'm gonna pick the best person. I'm picking this specifically. Now, if it just so happens that you're the best person, like you didn't do her no favors, you actually set her up for failure. So somebody to call her higher because you said you was gonna hire. Like, well, damn, nigga, just don't say that. Have that in your brain already. Like, hire who you was gonna hire.
He had to get it out. World, got it. But I'm a firm believer in I can't ask for help and then say I'm equal. So you can't have, when bro said you can't have it both ways, that's absolutely correct. Like, you can't ask for, are you equal or are you not? Because we not equal if I'm asking you for help. Like, so.
But what if we not equal because of the injustice?
I said that to say I hate all them type of programs and everybody that they help. When it comes to like you only getting picked because you fit the a criteria, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you really can't say that because even when you go to a job interview, no matter what you believe, you fit a criteria to get.
No, but this is what I'm saying though. The program,
nigga, you a DEI hire and you mad you about to lose your job. What they be saying on the internet when they catch people, you about to lose your job.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm not equal if I'm in here through a program that's only designed to like. I'm just, it's not me you want. It's that I'm black. Like, you don't even care. Like, you know, I'm on my way up out of here anyway when the funding get cut. But for now, in order to maintain a certain tax bracket or whatever, because it's all about taxes, it's all about cheddar, I'm going to hire the black guy.
Get your black ass back on the floor so we can get our money's worth out of you before this funding is over.
Yeah.
All right, so this is how I feel. I think one of y'all mentioned this earlier today, and when you was like, if the school is made up of a particular demographic, the teacher should look at exactly like that demographic or what have you. Or if I don't believe that, only because you can have the equality of opportunity, but not equality of outcomes, right? So if everybody get the same fair shake, but I can't guarantee that because there's 13% of America is black, then 13% of every corporation should be black, or every, like, I can't just guarantee that, because if that was the case, how many men in this country? You think it's about 50-50 or 60-40? I don't fucking know.
In the one on men, women to men.
I'll take a look at this. Like, nurses across the country is a woman-dominated field, right?
Yeah.
They make more money than a lot of different other places or different jobs, but like per capita, women dominate that field. It's not because women are systematically keeping men out. Niggas just don't want to do that shit. Like, in real life, if niggas wanted to be nurses,
but
niggas
you program to feel like that too, though. You actually program.
No, sometimes that's not men ain't the nurturers. Like by definition, like that's just not. That's not.
That's what I'm saying. You don't. But it's.
Was you programmed not to be a nurturer?
No, to not be a nurse though. Like, it always was.
Don't even as white women ain't no nurturers, nigga. They parents told them, look, this a job that you can keep for the rest of your life. You feel what I'm saying?
Man, women. I have rarely met a mean nurse, my nigga.
Yeah, because they not mean in front of you, bro. They mean behind your back. They mean when it comes to the
behind your back.
No, but this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is listen, bro. White women are the evilest, meanest.
I can't go there.
Yes, man. And listen, bro, it's not an all thing, but it's a majority, bro. Because everything.
I don't know the majority of white women. I can't tell you that majority,
bro, because they all the same.
I know the majority of white women.
They have a name for them. Karen.
I'm bullshitting, but you know what I'm saying. You gotta watch them. They cut. Everybody cut.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch this pimp. You gotta watch. You gotta watch. I was bullshitting. I was joking. You feel what I'm saying? Is that why you took your braids down and perm your hair?
This ain't fine. This all natural. This Ronald Legion's finest. Yes, damn.
No, that's why you took your braids out so you could perm it.
No, I ain't even got chemical it up.
But
You know what I'm
Jay,
saying?
Jay, in the same argument, that's the same. It's the same demo from teachers too. It ain't no male teachers. The other part is ain't nobody recruiting males to do either side.
Do you think women are actively trying to keep black males out of teaching?
Not keep out as much as the systems aren't trying to recruit people to get into it. So it's no
Do you
pipeline
think
to
it's
get.
systemic? Do you think women are behind it? Is it you think it's systemic, or do you think that's just not some shit that niggas want to do?
But that's some shit that every nigga knows.
So the reason I pose this question is because when there's something that black people aren't in numerically, they be like, it's because the white man is systematically keeping us out. So in this
And I get,
situation,
I
because
get what Marcus is
Okay,
saying.
if you talking construction, the white man is keeping you out of construction.
we're not talking
Listen
construction right
though,
now.
wait a minute. If you talking construction workers saying that could be true, but you never really hear niggas say that about teaching or nursing.
I
Because
also
again,
never heard a nigga say I want to be I've never heard a black person say I want to be a construction worker.
but I know
I can see-
construction workers who do construction work and are priced out because of cheaper labor, because most of this cheaper labor is coming from illegal. See, this ain't now. I ain't playing with this when I about the white women being nurses and evil and shit. But let's do the research on that when babies ain't making it through the ICU and shit and the NICU because women doing shit in the back. That's why I'll never leave my baby nowhere in the hospital. But when it comes to construction, that is a real thing. So when they say it depends. If this is something you want to be in, because we can say that about Indians in tech, and that would be a real thing. You see what I'm saying? Black people wanting to get into tech. Black people wanting to get into tech, but Indians and the proverbial white man are pushing you Black Americans back in tech. Yes, they are. Because when you look at the overall scope of tech and you look at the tech jobs that's presented to the public, every company is supposed to present every tech job to the public. So Americans can have.
It ain't enough black people. So taking this, it's not enough black people in the city of Detroit who is trying to go into STEM seriously.
But listen, let me finish what I'm saying. I'm talking about the niggas who in it. Listen, the niggas who in it. We ain't talking about the niggas who don't want to be in it. We talking about when you pull these records from tech companies and everybody except for 10 people, 20 people, 50 people need a HB1 visa or whatever to work there. I mean, that works there. How all of these people you didn't present all of these jobs to the people who can do these jobs that's in America.
Highly skilled, and if you don't fit the
bro, you can. That's what I'm saying. It is highly skilled black people, but if you're not presenting the job to the public, then you turning around and hiring somebody who needs every application asks you, or do you need to be sponsored? And everybody and 85% of the people on your team need to be sponsored because the people who don't need to be sponsored wasn't made aware of these jobs. You keeping me out of this.
I'm
you
not
keeping
being
me out of that. Not you personally. If you pushing, we're talking about industries. Listen, we're talking about industries that people want to do.
Not know there's a job available,
bro. Listen to what I'm saying, Jay. If it's 50 jobs available, and the company only put to the public that is 5 jobs available, that's against the law because you're supposed to present the jobs that's available for the best candidate. When you only present 5 jobs available, then they pull your employee list, and you presented 5 jobs, and then 45 people need to be sponsored. You kept 45 people out of this and hire people that you have to sponsor to do this. Right, that's keeping you out because you didn't even present the amount of jobs to the public. You presented the 5.
But AJ, this happens at every type of job.
We talking about what people want to do though, right? So if men don't want to be teachers, that's our boys are suffer because they won't see too many black men. I don't even know if you don't grow up in a black district, the chances of you having a black male teacher is very slim to none. But that's men don't want to be teachers. That's men don't want to be nurses. We talking about construction, what people want to do. We talk about tech, what people want to do. So I
hear people saying they want to do it, but I don't know that you want to do that shit. The young coach
saying you certified. You got your I'm saying let's talk construction. You got whatever you need in construction, your certifications, you done got your journeyman and all that.
Union. That's a little different. That's not just construction and a skilled thing. It's a union thing. And if you're not in this fucking union, you're not getting this fucking job. And it's also a mob thing. If you want to be 100% honest, like that's not an open market that we can actually critique fairly because
we can assess it.
Yeah.
I take that.
But like
Then we got to get our black mob up, dog. We got to get our black mob.
For tech, it's not a overwhelming majority of women who want to be engineers because that's a very lonely job. Women are more social than most men are. A nigga can sit in his fucking office for 16 hours looking at a fucking screen and tick typing away. And women, in generally speaking, that's not what I'm into. And that's not just in America. That's just across the board. I don't think there's a grand scheme to keep women from being engineers because they are some, right? For people who want to do that shit. But so what I meant by that is the equality of outcome is impossible, but you just offer the opportunity. And the reason I even brought that up is for marketing for space in a retail store is difficult. Everybody wants to be on a retail. It's only so much space in a shelf, only so much shelf space in a store. So if I have 60 spots available every quarter and there's 4,000 different companies vying for that spot, why is it fair to say 30 slots is going to black people off top? Or 30
I don't think that's fair.
I know. That's why
I don't think nothing predetermined is fair.
Right. So this is my point of my issue with the Target DEI thing from the information I'm seeing on the internet. People are mad at saying people who have black vendors who have products are now going to be left out. If the products sell, I'm keeping that shit on the shelf for sure. If it's making me money, I don't give a fuck if it's an African, if it's a animal or whatever. But it's not fair to have 20% of this shit is going to the LGBT community. Remember when Target got all this fucking flack because it had them rainbow
t-shirts,
them t-shirts and all that weird shit that was going on? It was like, what the fuck up with Target? That's the D&I shit because we had to. It ain't just black. It's the LBGT. It's the whole 9 yards. So if this shelf space is very limited, and before we even get to the quality of a product, I didn't set aside, black folks is getting this, the LBGT getting here, the Asians getting here. It's not fair, and it's not an open market system. Everything should be merit based. And
the product, it should be quality and merit based.
Even if it's bad quality, if it's selling, it's selling.
Look, I shouldn't even know your sexual orientation based on your company. Why do I need to know your sexual orientation based on your company? Is the product go sell? Right. Company. That's what I'm saying. Is the product go sell? You feel what I'm saying? Because for all I know, you hired a gay man to come up in here and talk to us. You hired a black woman to come up in here and talk to us because you know what we gotta give out. So I'm not with none of that though. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we the best, this is whoever. If I'm the best, I want to prove that I'm the best. So take everything off the table, but what I'm presenting you that I'm the best at. So if I say I'm the best teacher, let's get up in here and let's teach and let's see whatever. If we got the best product, let's put them products out and let's see. You feel what I'm saying? And people get too caught up in wanting that extra one up. You feel what I'm saying? You see, the thing is, and this gonna sound harsh to some, but this gonna be the reality. See, the thing is, without that head start, white people know they not the best, bro. Without that head start, without the free labor that did happen in this country, all of that, they know that they not the best. So if we gotta really be the best and we gotta line up at this line and we gotta start this race at the same time, if you get left behind, that's the best you can do. But if you leave me behind, that's the best I can do. But you can't start 2 feet from the finish line and they shoot the gun and then I gotta run the whole race and you just gotta walk across the finish line and say you better than me. No, bro, you're not better than me. You feel what I'm saying? Your product not better than mine. Huh?
I agree with that. But the people who got that head start, that's the 1% of the 1%. The regular nigga who work at the job with me, that nigga ain't farther than me.
And that's a lot. And look, and that's what I was gonna say too. A lot of that be the crutch that some niggas need hey man, if I don't give a fuck what your granddaddy did, because you could have fucked it all off. You feel what I'm saying? And if that show who you are. That's cool to have in your family tree as your legacy, and they did this. But when it come down to it, I don't know what you capable of. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about Trump, what Trump's what Trump daddy did. If when he got the assist from his daddy, he kept it going. That's the real testament to who he is, because we all would love to give our offspring a loan, a gift, anything to say here, because that's what you should want as a parent. How can you be mad at that? How can you be mad, Jay? I can't be mad if you waited all this time, you had kids, you financially stable, and you say to your son, "No, bro, you don't gotta worry about that. You 14 and a half, here go your car right now. Because I know that you can drive to school at 14 and a half, and I done taught you how to drive, and voila, you got a car. You don't got to worry about that. Just go to school." How can somebody get mad at that? It's not your fault that they parent didn't do that for them, man. You feel what I'm saying? See, we getting too caught up on what's not being done for us besides what we could do for ourselves and to further where we want to be in life. See, remember when we said about niggas getting caught up wanting to be entertainers and rappers, and they can always blame somebody else. Hey, dog, when you got to look in that mirror and say, I'm really right here because I didn't do something right, and until I figure this shit out, I'm going to be right here. See, nobody want to do that. So they want to say, fuck Target for taking away their DEI program. Yeah, man, well, fuck Target. Then sell this shit online if your product that good, and that's what you're worried about. Because you don't need Target no way. Because what about them people who Target went and grabbed because they was doing something on their own? Because some of them people products is that too. I see you moving out here. Would you love to be in Target?
I'm not no retail specialist. I work in retail or anything like that, but I watch enough Shark Tank to know that it take a lot to get in a big box retailer in a bunch of fucking stores, and it costs money to have your product in the warehouses to be in 70, 80 Targets. Like, they charge you money, and then once you sell that shit, they gotta. So like, if I'm getting the upper hand and I'm getting a discount so my product can be up there, hey man, you gotta move that shit out the way, man, and let somebody else, because it's not fair. So look, this is something that's been on my heart, and I don't understand it. Maybe you guys can help me out. Now, culturally right now, I hear a lot of talk about generational wealth, LLCs, Bitcoin, and basically everybody is trying to like create wealth and get to the money, the whole 9 yards, because generational wealth and whatever. But I also hear that if you a multimillionaire or if you a billionaire, they're like you evil, and we shouldn't make space for you, and you got the world figured out, and it's not right. How is culture set up for us to create generational wealth and everybody's trying to get to it, but once you get it, you evil? Like, how can, unless you have millions upon millions of dollars, how else is your money gonna last generations? You know what I'm saying? So like, this whole anti-millionaire billionaire company, oh, if you caping for a millionaire, you a bootlicker. But that's her whole culture recently is create generational wealth, get a life insurance policy, so when you die, you leave your children millions of dollars, and now they have a leg up on society. But if you rich, you bad. So it's like it's a vicious cycle. How do we, like, how is this?
Well, again, it's great marketing. It's the eat the rich culture until you get rich. Because nobody wants to be at the perceived bottom. So if I can make it more levels up, then I'm up. But that's not true. Because you got to look at the generation before you to see if you even doing anything. You could be stopping the process of generational wealth. You ain't got generational wealth if y'all still in the same area and don't nobody own nothing. You creating generational wealth for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But these are just hot words and hot topics that people know that it sounds good if you say that that's what you're doing. How are you trying to create generational wealth and you ain't got a nickel saved?
You
Well,
create
is it
generational
invested?
debt.
Right. Is it invested and not saved? Or are you saying you don't have a nickel? Because
You
some
don't got a
people don't
nickel.
save money. Some people don't save money.
No,
Some
you don't
people
got a nickel. You ain't got no plan. You just saying
You have a negative net worth. You owe more money than you have assets.
Right.
those I think the people who say like you gotta be evil to be rich is something in a mental, and they misinterpreted it when they say in the word, because a lot of these people quote the word is money is the root of all evil. We say the love of money
Love of
is the
money.
root of, right, the love of money is the root of all evil.
You
You
is
know
a
what I'm
pimp. You
saying?
know the Bible too. That's how.
I don't think people understand what generational wealth really is, because if you
It's a
understood
hot.
it,
It's a cool word to say,
it's a
but
cool
most
concept to throw out there.
yeah. But if we talking about generational wealth, and I'm glad that you brought up the biblical sense of things. You know, they talk about leaving an inheritance for your children's children. These niggas, most people, when it comes to generational wealth, man, nigga be lucky if your granddaddy leave you a $10,000 policy, and that's barely covering the motherfucking funeral. Shit, that's probably not even covering the funeral. We don't have a plan for generational wealth. We just like how it. People just like how that shit sounds. When it comes to generational wealth, I think, and I'll just use us as an example. We are trying to build something that we can pass down or leave for our children coming up. But it's not just we throwing spaghetti to the wall to see what's going to stick. We trying to really do the work, invest properly. Like, we understand most of us have families or children, and we understand what we trying to leave something tangible behind for them. When I die, I don't
Right.
want to just leave my kids just my house for them niggas to split up. I do.
But the most important thing that you must understand if you trying to build generational wealth is you might not see it, bro.
Well,
Just because I'm building that don't mean I'm go reap the benefits of it.
you
That's how
can't
people
build wealth.
sell it.
You got to be wealthy in your actual life now to create generational wealth. Like, we got to get to the point where we wealthy
Not
like right now
not
before we can be
necessarily.
like,
I agree with Twin.
Well,
Not necessarily,
see,
how you
Michael,
gonna
because
right?
need wealth
hold
for
on. Just
generations if you don't
just
have wealth now?
just hear me out. Just hear me out. Maybe I'm not wealthy right now, but like I know people that have, or I know a family in particular, and they build wealth amongst the family through life insurance policies. Everybody got a everybody got a policy on grandma. Let's say it's 12 cousins. All 12 cousins got a policy on grandma. All 12 cousins got a policy on every one of their perspective, like other aunts and uncles. So when these niggas pass, everybody get that 100,000, and they put it into a family trust, and they just they continue to borrow against the trust and help everybody get on their feet. So now, cousin Jason, you in a fucked up position, you need a new house. All right, well, we gonna borrow, instead of going to the bank, we'll borrow against the trust and help you get your new house. And when the next somebody die off, you put your money back. You got to put your money back in. Like, they're building the wealth that way. Maybe that's not, maybe I don't never see that $1 million trust that my kids may have one day, but if I can set up everything for them in advance, then I am building generational wealth, and I just won't live to reap the benefits of it. And I'm
That's
fine
not
with that.
wealth. That's not wealth, though. Me leaving you a life insurance policy is not wealth. That's
It's
money.
life
That's
changing,
rich.
but it's not wealth.
It's not wealth. Wealth and generational wealth is, this is enough money for my children to live off of for generations. So
Like
according
like
to
like a Henry Ford. Henry
$2.5
Ford did
million
that.
Okay.
in 2024 is considered wealth. And they say in 2024, Americans believe that the average net worth for a comfortable life is $778,000. So if you leave somebody $100,000 in the will, you don't even meet the standard to have a quote unquote comfortable life in America now. So when we talk about wealth, we confuse wealth with rich, because there's a difference between rich and wealthy, right? Shaq said, "I'm rich. The nigga who write my checks is wealthy." And if we trying to get to this generational wealth portion, there's a big gap between rich and wealth. Now, generational rich, hell fucking yeah, do that. But like we got this giant task that everybody, this impossible task. Like mathematically, everybody can't be wealthy.
And it's ego based, man. It's all ego based, bro. Everybody want to say that I did this for my family, and you was here on the earth with me, bro, and you didn't do this for your family. See, he loved his family more because he set this up for them. Your person didn't love you; they ain't set up shit for you. You feel what I'm saying? It's ego based. They want to be online and saying, I'm doing this for my family. Bro, you're doing nothing, bro. If you are blessed and fortunate enough, you didn't do that, bro. The creator did that and used you as a vessel. You didn't do anything but be the person that the creator used, bro. That's all and that's it. Because as much as you try, or as much as I try, if it don't happen to me, that don't mean I'm a failure. I tried as hard as I could, and I wasn't the vessel that the creator chose at the time to be this person for my family. Now, something I might have done might have sparked something in my daughter or my son and said, okay, I see Pop, you should try to do this. I used to see my Pop sitting at this computer, and he would talk about stocks when I was 4. I ain't get it, but let me lock in when I'm 15, 16, 17, just in case I ain't here. And now I get it. And my Pop was the vessel to put that in me. And the creator continued that on through him. And then boom, he do it. See, you got to take the ego out of this. You understand what I'm saying? I've taken the ego out of everything that I've done right now, like as of very recently. Why? Because I'm nothing, man. I'm nothing without the creator, bro. And if the creator chooses to use me, it's the God in me that he put in me to use this, to give somebody the information, to use the information somebody gave me. Because if I can't recognize the creator, then I can't recognize the God in me to use what the creator gave me, right? And it's never gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? And people just want to be, it was me, bro. If I ever do something, it's not me. I'm just a vessel, because I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be dust in the wind at one point. I'm gonna be dust in the wind because I'm getting cremated. I'm gonna be dust in the wind. So the only record of me that you will have will be something that I passed on to somebody that came through me from the creator. It is what it is.
So with this, right? So in 2024, finds that Americans believe that.
Can you make it bigger?
Y'all probably on y'all phones and shit. I'm on the computer. I'm gonna read it though, so y'all can hear it. Since 2017, anyway, 2024 finds Americans believe that the average net worth for a comfortable life is about $778,000. That means from everything that you owe and all your assets, you up $778,000. Same study says that being wealthy in the U.S. means having an average of $2.5 million. That's an increase of $2.5 million. And only 21% of Americans believe that they're wealthy, right? So debt loss, your net worth, 21% say 2.5 million is that. I don't give a fuck how much I don't know that life insurance is about to get everybody debt losses, the whole 9 yards, up $2.5 million.
No, I don't.
That's not even how life insurance works.
I don't think that.
Yeah. So like we got this whole idea, get you a life insurance policy, get your term life. That's gonna help for sure. But if you think that's what's about to
hold on, you think it's gonna help. Because once you gone and they get that life insurance policy, you don't know what they're going to do with it. See, the things that people don't understand is it's in other people's hands. Your generational wealth creating life insurance policy could be your widow's wife's young niggas rap career plans. You don't know.
It could be a failed restaurant.
Right,
it could be a failed.
Some people get life insurance policies and pay off the dead person's debt. The most stupidest thing you can do.
crazy.
So you don't even know what the next generation's plan is, if you leave them something or not. Like motherfuckers had these big extravagant funerals that they can't pay for, and they got the money to get the person cremated.
Because also you gotta think of this, right? So you married, you got children, you're 35 years old. Average nigga lives to about 78, black person or something like that, right? So let's just say you got an extra 35 more years, 35 to 40 more years. You got to replace somebody's income for 40 years. There's not money that you can, like if you're living in a 2-parent home or 2-income home, like that life insurance has to replace my yearly income every year for 40 years. That's just to live, right? Because if I wouldn't have died, let's say I make $100,000 a year, right? That's the big number. You got to replace my income for until I was gonna die.
And that's not even how life insurance works. That's
No.
You got to have enough money to, like, that's not.
No, I'm with you on that one. Which twin was talking? The twin with the hat. I'm with you on that one. That you get that life insurance policy ain't gonna may not turn around, because yes, I know motherfuckers that got life insurance policies and bought a new Escalade and was broke 90 days later. I mean, you know, they
do whatever they want to do, and that's the myth of generational wealth. Like we don't know. The generational wealth is truly knowledge and a last name, because some people get to their positions by them last names and got to create their own wealth.
Like a Paris Hilton. She actually was exiled from the family, out of the will and everything, but because she had that last name, she knew that last name was worth money, and the public didn't know she wasn't in the will, so she leveraged that last name to make her own money, as the story goes. You know what I'm saying? Or some people, right? Or some people, like a Ford Firestone, work in a family business, get to where they want to get, and then say, "Hey, Mom, why don't you let me get the Lions? See what I can do with them." Right?
You know why I'm not mad at Jay Prince? Because he got a family business that he passed down to Jay Prince Jr. and all them princes. You feel me? That name, it is what it is. Them niggas make money off that name. What you got to pass down to your kid?
Right. You got to leverage it. And I tell my daughter, I say, you never gonna be as famous as Michael Jackson, because he famous. He more famous than Jesus Christ. We know Michael Jackson walked the earth.
He's maybe the after Jesus Christ, he's the most famous
person in the world that ever walked the earth that we know. Like, yeah, that's legit. That's legit. But you could do something with your last name.
William Shakespeare, low key, William Shakespeare got Michael Jackson beat. Everybody fucking knows Shakespeare, and
that was a good one, dog.
They said, depending on who you ask, they say Shakespeare wrote the Bible. You feel me?
King James version, right? The King James version, right?
Yeah, William Shakespeare is a popular nigga, dog. Like for sure.
Yeah, he popular. Now, Michael Jackson ain't even been dead long enough to see if he lasts that long.
Yeah. Now, William Shakespeare is not making nobody faint or pass out like MJ did for sure. But like William Shakespeare, a pretty famous nigga, dog. Like legendary nigga, dog.
And if he wrote the Bible, nigga, he still got Unison City right now.
Ghost wrote the Bible is wild.
Listen,
you ain't never heard that?
Go down the rabbit hole.
I've definitely see. Unfortunately, I have been down that rabbit hole. That's not the first time that I've heard it. And when I've seen things researching it to make you be like
his name is in that bitch. Like the first word of one shit, it'd be like William. Like it's crazy.
Hey, so he was a crafty nigga with that pen. Like, so he the coldest nigga with a pen.
Yeah, he's one of them. Cause like how long ago was William Shakespeare around? Like he been lasted like the test of time. You feel me? And people are still reenacting his plays, and we doing another. This is really a play off of Othello or whatever the case may be, or whatever the case. Shakespeare,
You came with it, my nigga, because I forget I ain't never put it out there.
Yo, that nigga got bars, dog. Talking about that pen game from William
Mike Jack
Shakespeare.
number 3, Mike Jack number 3, because we know niggas was passing out grown men. Hey, come pick this nigga up. He seen Michael Jackson.
Oh, can you imagine, like, because clearly you wasn't around, technology wasn't around. Yo, Shakespeare was probably the fucking man, dog. Like, that nigga would come around and bitches would lift them big ass skirts up and shit.
And then back in them
That's
days,
if he liked bitches.
Taking that fucking corset. It'd be 15 minutes later. They taking that fucking corset. Well, that's the fact too.
You know them Europeans, but you feel me? You right though. He a nigga. He's still on the earth today. Yeah. I wonder, did he have kids? Did he set up any generational wealth?
Let me see. Did
Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, he did. He had a son or some shit.
Did William Shakespeare have children? And his wife had 3 children. Susanna was baptized in 1583. Damn, this nigga's in the 1500s. How many children did he have? He
Billy
also had
Shakespeare.
twins, Judith and Hamnet, baptized in 1585. And he had 4 grandchildren who all died without heirs. So there are no direct descendants of his bloodline today. Crazy.
He ain't exist. Nigga ain't even exist. He a myth too. See, once they get to saying niggas don't exist, no heirs, I don't think niggas existed, bro. You gotta prove to me. Not no nigga.
Whoa. But it's in the 1500s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Diphtheria.
the babies is different. Nigga can fucking die of anything.
Nigga flu could have killed them babies.
Plagues and shit. Like, niggas dying of the common cold.
Chicken pox that took your whole family out.
Yeah.
Straight up. Or smallpox. And you know what happened? How smallpox got here? Open borders.
True that.
Hey,
Well,
my
look,
niggas, I'm about to. We wrapping up.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to say I got some kids. Shit, I gotta.
Damn, you looking fat again, man. You gaining some weight.
Yeah, man. Because first of all, I'm getting my protein up because I might have a debut. Pause. But I might have a debut wrestling match this year. The corner store conquistador might fly off the top rope. Nigga, I see you doubting.
Stop talking right now. Stop. Just please. So I can
Just document it.
I am very close with access to a wrestling ring. When I get the access to this wrestling ring, this nigga is coming to do this failed attempt.
He not. It's gonna be a bunch of excuses. Oh, I got some shit with the kid. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Because
he gonna say he getting his hair. He gonna say he getting his hair unit done.
It's not gonna happen.
Okay,
all happened, no action.
This is the closest we have ever been to somebody else being responsible for getting a wrestling ring. And once this wrestling ring is got, you will not be able to mention the word wrestling until you walk this tightrope.
Top rope, not even a tightrope. The top rope.
The top rope.
Do you agree to that?
Yes.
All right.
That nigga looked you dead in your face
and lie. You gotta be worried about a nigga that will look you dead in the eye and lie, dog. Oh shit. Go ahead.
Ye of little faith. You niggas is in the presence of a prophet and you still don't believe. You still don't believe.
Yeah, but you spell prophet Profit, nigga, not the other way around.
There was many prophets, but there was only one Moses. You all know a lot of niggas that talk behind a mic, but there's only one. There's only one Dane. There's only one Dane.
Who told you Moses was a prophet?
The Bible.
Shakespeare, William Shakespeare, with that Bible he wrote, nigga.
Let me just tell you niggas something. If the opportunity come for me to get inside of a wrestling ring, you are going to see my cat-like movements as I bounce off of the ropes. I am more you niggas doubt my athleticism.
The opportunity is here. It's amongst us. So you already agreed. So it don't matter no more.
Nigga, I've agreed years ago. I just want to. And
yet it still hasn't happened.
Nigga,
we had a whole fucking wrestler in the fucking pod. We had a whole fucking wrestler in the studio with his belts. What happened?
He didn't want no smoke. I offered to wrestle that nigga too, and he backed down. Go back and listen to the audio.
Now you just
Go
making
back and
shit up.
listen to the
Nigga,
audio.
you ain't never tell. What are you talking about? He wasn't even on the
Isaiah-
Jay,
He
don't
was.
even
I
worry,
was.
bro.
I was on
The rest of the-
Cheyenne show. I
Somebody
was on
said that, like,
Cheyenne show. Isaiah
Right.
Bronner. I asked that nigga if he wanted to collar up, and he declined. He knew what the fuck time it was.
all right, dog.
He knew what the fuck time it was.
Okay.
Listen, they don't make heels like me no more. This is the unstoppable Dame the Giant, Bam Bam Nigolo, the corner store conquistador. I'm coming off the top rope, and niggas will respect my motherfucking name after.
What
they
type
see
of
it.
shoes you gonna wear up there?
That's what I got to figure out because I can't get up there in no Timbs and no Forces, no shit like that. It's got. I've been watching like I've been watching wrestling for a long time. Either I'm gonna do a
Nigga
barefoot.
lying right now. This nigga lying right now.
Either I'm gonna do a barefoot or I'm gonna have to invest in some wrestling shoes. It's either one of the two. I can't get up there.
Sooner
in
than you
gym
think,
shoes.
nigga.
Invest in some wrestling shoes for your own safety.
So that's the excuse. Oh man, I gotta get
No,
the good
did
support.
you watch Saturday Night Main Event, Jason?
No, I'm an adult.
Okay, well, fuck you too. There's a wrestler by the name of Jacob Fatu. I don't know if you're keeping up with wrestling or the bloodline. He about like 6'2", 280. My nigga get up on top of them ropes quick. If he can do it, so can Dame. If I tell you,
No, that's not how it works. You couldn't even stretch, nigga. We was on camera the other day. You couldn't even stretch.
I declined stretching. Not that I couldn't. I just declined it.
This is a frivolous conversation. All right, fellas, it was a pleasure. We got some
And
time
then
off.
pimp name Jackson, twin with the Duke texturizer kit, bald head Jay Johnson, and the guy Dame Gone Wild. It's been a pleasure. I love you niggas.
I cannot wait to see this nigga fall off the top rope.
And I can't wait to see your face when I glide off the top rope and land on